Okay, mission 8. Uh, the strategy for this mission is pretty much the same through Route 1 or Route 2. The only difference is with our safe route is we now get to have two engineers. This first engineer, we're only utilizing the extra health because we're going to put this one in danger. We're going to get this guy quite close behind a tree, and there's a chance that you'll still get sniped behind the tree anyway. So this guy could end up on low health. It's fine even if this guy does get shot, but you need 100 health really. Then we're going to go over again to the island, but I'm not promoting this guy to an engineer because I don't need the health on this guy. This guy doesn't take any shots unless I want to. And the only reason that this guy would get shot is if I'm putting this guy in the way in case my first guy gets shot. It doesn't matter that this guy only has 80 health. The thing that I want is my last guy, the fourth guy, which shouldn't ever have a turn if this goes well. But I want this guy to be an engineer because there's a shelter. If we've messed up our shot on this third turn, the AIs can walk all the way to that shelter and just waste all your time. So we want a way to open up that shelter if things go badly. This will probably never be relevant in any submission, but it is possible in a race because you're going to reset if something goes terribly on your third turn. Yep. So let's get straight into it. I'm only going to explain this through Route 1 because it's the exact same strategy other than your pigs have slightly less health. You don't utilize anything else. Your starting positions will be the same. So here we go. Your starting positions will be different. Sorry, I think I just said the same. So we want to get as less damage from the water as possible. We're an engineer, so we have to equip all the way to that side. Now we want to hit this guy towards this tree as much as possible, but this guy can end up in the tree. So that's kind of tricky. Straight down. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to do this sweeping motion because we need enough time to turn our pig around and get behind this tree. We need to be close, but if we get too close, we can just get sniped through the tree. Yeah, so we'll find out if we were too close. Nope, that was perfect. So the orderly or medic ended up where we wanted. The next move is to get up here with our sapper, and we want to aim this guy towards the cliff slightly. So we're not aiming to get this guy, we're not aiming to blast this guy directly to this medic, but rather aiming to get to the slope so that it will slide down towards the medic. There isn't enough momentum from a direct mine, so that's why I line this guy up slightly towards the tree. For a sapper, this next one is I put the TNT, I look for this sort of corner piece, like where this tile ends. I might have put that TNT a bit close, but we can hide it. This doesn't matter. The only other thing that we do with this guy is if our first guy got shot, this guy walks down towards the medic. These guys are kind of close. Oh, he's going to shoot his own guy, which is great. This would now give us the option for the fastest possible, because he shot his own guy, to throw in an airburst. But I haven't done this shot in months, so I'm not exactly sure what the mark is. It's probably like one of the red ones. That's probably not a kill unless we get some favorable. No, because the low guy, the health guy, didn't die. That's an option for the fastest possible time. I think it's just before that mark then. This might be a kill, but the tree kind of hinders us a little bit. This would be them all dying, so that would be a way to gain a bunch of time. The next thing you can do is jump across here with a commando, and you can throw from this water's edge a cluster grenade at them because they're close enough together that at full distance just behind the tree that you can double tap. The game doesn't tend to lag for some reason, even though there's a lot going on. I don't know why the game doesn't tend to lag from this point. If you want to be extra safe or these pigs aren't close enough together, you walk over here, you potentially use a jetpack to get them all into the same position. Or you're in the race and you want to just play it really safe, you just lob the cluster in, and it lags there, probably because of the way I was facing. I don't think, oh, they're all dead, maybe. No, that guy survived. Yeah, so the safest way I tend to do is actually to get the grenade above their head, so halfway. That was too high. So the medic's probably going to survive, actually. No, okay, maybe I did kill everyone. That's why I kind of prefer lobbing the cluster over the head, because they're on 40 or 60 health anyway. Yeah. So now I'm gonna get the save state for the other route. Yeah. For route 2, our loadout is the same as last time. We can't promote anything other than the commando, and we don't have enough to promote the commando at this point. So we're just going in with sappers. The starting positions are different. This guy's going to be able to walk straight across. You're only on 80 health, so you have to be even more careful than before, and that's not very careful at all. So I'm just going to show this first thing. So medic towards that tree, but not too close towards the tree. Swing around so you have enough time to go backwards and turn towards this tree. Stopping just behind it. Yeah. If you walk too far backwards behind the tree, if you're too far away from the tree, that guy will tend to do a completely different move. So you need to be close enough to the tree to get that shot off. But yeah, otherwise the guy will tend to walk behind his mound and throw a gas, I think. Again, hoping for a good slide. Quick equip. So I think in that last one I put the TNT too close, so here I want this corner piece. So I could go down here and bait this guy to shoot me, but my guy didn't get shot, so I don't need to do that. And that's how they're extra close. Now, might shoot the tree, might not. It doesn't matter. Because they're extra close, at this point, if it was a submission, I would probably go with this quick cluster. One thing to bear in mind, okay, we got some extra obliterations, but yeah. One thing to bear in mind with that quick cluster is if the cluster doesn't end up in the center of all those guys, the bodies of the AIs can block the other AIs from receiving damage. So that's why that's kind of tricky sometimes. But again, it's a 3-turn mission, and with this route 2, we don't have any engineers, so if any of them walk to the shelter, we end up spending like 3 turns or something to try and open up that shelter. Because most of our, well, we'd have 2 grunts. No, we'd have a grunt, then a sapper that's already used that TNT. Yeah, it would be a nightmare. It'd be run over. But yeah, that's it for mission 8.